Welcome back to Having a Cup of Joe with Joe. And I'm Joe. Today I'm going to be talking about being lonely in Thailand and how most of your friends and family can't or won't visit you in Thailand. Cheers. Alright, let's get started in this. First things first, don't get mad at people if they don't visit you. Just because you move somewhere doesn't mean they have to see where you're at. It'd be nice, but don't get upset. And and here's the thing to think about, all right? When you're coming to Thailand, friends and family are like, "Oh, I wish I could go," or "I'll visit you one day." Like, don't give your hopes up because people get so entangled in their daily life with having kids and houses and cars and motorcycles and everything that adds up. It holds them to where they're at, and to come to Thailand, you need a minimum of 2 weeks. It takes a day and a half to get here and a day and a half to get back. So if they visit you, they're only going to spend 3 days if they have only a week. And if they got 2 weeks, at least they can visit a little bit. So not everyone's going to have the opportunity to get away. A lot of people got a lot of responsibilities holding them back, so it makes it hard for them to come. I've been coming to Thailand for a long time now, since like 2010, and I've had one cousin and one friend visit me over here, and that was because they had no kid, no car, no house, no job to report to, and a handful of cash. So they were able to come. Like I understand, like one of my friends, he don't like leaving the state. He don't ever want to leave the country. That's awesome. I can't get mad at him for not visiting me over here. I miss him, but I'll visit him when I go home. I understand. He got stuff. I got a lot of friends that have houses and cars. But the big thing is when you're in Thailand, right around the 30-day mark, if you move here and you're right around the 30-day mark, you start getting a little lonely because you're used to being able to hit up your buddies and hang out, or hit up a family member and hang out. And you can't really do that. Now, luckily, I got a wife and a daughter, so I have a family life, so it keeps me busy. Plus, technology, I'm able to video call my friends and family when I want. So, thank God for technology for that. It makes the loneliness not as bad. Um, but don't let the loneliness get to you to where it forces you to go back. Like, go back and visit and come back, or go back and be back. I don't know. I know, like, if you let the loneliness get to you, you're just going to hightail it. And if that's what you want, that's what you want. But if that's not what you want, right around, like, the 90-day marker, you kind of fall in place. And you realize, okay, I might be lonely from missing my friends and family, but I got a trade-off because I'm meeting all these new acquaintances and all these people in my travels and doing all this amazing stuff. And if you stay here in Thailand long enough, you can actually make true friends, not just acquaintances. If you're only here for a while, most people you're just going to meet are going to be acquaintances. But if you're here a while, like my wife and my wife's a teacher, so it's a different crowd of people. Instead of meeting everybody at the bar, we met people through schools and teachers and events and stuff. So we got a good group of friends that we trust and we like, and we've been around for years. And if you're a tourist coming to Thailand, let's say for 6 months, be careful who you trust, because it's harder to verify someone's background. And you might be lonely thinking, man, I really need a friend. All right, make him your acquaintance where you hang out and have fun. But don't trust anybody fully because you don't know them fully. And that's where a lot of people mess up, is they get lonely, they miss their friends and family. So they go to make some friends, they meet some acquaintances and start trusting them like friends, and it just goes south. But like, it definitely gets to you if you're not used to being away from home or out of the country. All right, around the 30-day mark, it's pretty freaking lonely. And like I said, thank God for the technology, but you get used to being here after a while. And I got a wife and daughter, so like I said, I'm good. I talk to my parents all the time. I talk to my brother once in a while, my sister once in a while, a handful of friends, all on video chat. And that's pretty good, good enough for me. But I'd say just don't let it get to you if you want to stay here for a while, you know? Work through it, because right around the 90-day marker, you fall in place and kind of figure out your path and where you fit in, you know? And for all the people that's back home that say they want to visit or will visit, just don't expect it. Because if you expect it, you might get upset. If you just say, all right, cool, take it with a grain of salt, and then when they do finally show up, it's a surprise and it's fun and it's happy compared to expecting someone to show up and they don't. It's just very hard for people to get away from their daily lives to take 2 weeks to a month off to visit someone, you know? You might get lucky and have someone going on their anniversary or something, but who knows? Another thing is like getting used to the culture difference with being lonely, because there's a million people around you. I come from a small town where there's only a handful. Here in Patias at the Heap, there's hundreds and thousands of people everywhere, but yet I still felt lonely. It blew my mind. There's thousands of people around, I still felt lonely. And then after right around the 90-day mark, I fell in place, you know, so for like 30 days, I felt kind of lonely. Not too bad. I've been here for a couple years now. I went home to America for 3 months to help my brother out and came back. But I'm used to it. I'm older now. When I was younger, it affected me more and caused me to only stay 3 to 6 months at a time instead of a year or two. It is what it is. I'd go back, work, hang out with friends, come back here, hang out, go back there, work, and hang out with friends, and who knows, I'll probably end up going back to America again and working and hanging out with friends to accumulate more money so I can come back and hang out for another 4 or 5 years. We'll see what happens. Depends on what YouTube does. You know, if I do good on YouTube, I won't have to go home and work, but we'll see. But I don't know. That's pretty much it for being lonely, and your friends and family most likely can't or won't visit you. Just don't get upset with your friends and family and cause trouble with them, because it's harder for them to move around than you, because you are your own person. And especially if you don't have kids or anything and you're just doing stuff, going about, or you're young or whatever, don't worry about it, man. Just have your fun. And then when you go home, you'll have your stories, you know? So don't let loneliness get to you. Enjoy your time while you're in Thailand. Love and enjoy every moment, because every moment is beautiful, fun, and like they say, you're in the land of smiles. So smile, everybody. Don't get lonely. Have a great day. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. This has been Having a Cup of Joe with Joe. Goodbye, everyone. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, hit the notification button if you can. If not, I still appreciate your help, appreciate your views. Goodbye.